y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
What's up, Titans Nation? Welcome in to the 615. It's your host, Lee Hillis. And today we are talking Titans, Jags. The question is, can the Titans declaw the Jaguars in an AFC South divisional showdown? But first, let's haul at our co-host, Tyler King. What's up, TK?
What's up, Titans Nation? Got a good old toilet bowl this week.
Toilet Bowl Part 2.
Absolutely.
But before we dive any deeper, we have to give a quick shout out to our guys over at SeatGeek. You can use our code 615podcast. That is 615 PODCAST at checkout for $20 off your first order of $50 or more on SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. And that is for anything, concerts, sporting events, any sporting event you can think of. Big thing right now, college football playoffs.
Absolutely. Coming up.
You can also think about hockey if you're a hockey fan.
Yeah.
And we're also partnered with Expedia, which you can find their link down below in the audio version of this show. And if you're taking a trip, because it's Christmas time, you're flying away to see grandma. You're going away to see grandma.
Exactly. Yeah.
you don't want to stay at the house with all the yelling kids.
Yeah.
That's the best place to book. Go to Expedia.com.
Yeah. For sure.
But Tyler, this is for the tank. The battle of the tank.
The literally. It's gonna be
the loser, in my opinion, the loser officially claims number one. Or if Tennessee loses, they climb back into the top 5.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know where the Jags are going to land. And has he done for the year officially?
He is done for the year. He is having surgery on his shoulder this upcoming week on his AC joint,
and he was in concussion protocol anyway. Yeah. I could see them definitely getting that number one pick. 1 or 2 for sure. I think we're going to mess around and do Titan stuff and probably end up kind of where we're at now. Just my opinion, but we'll see.
And we'll get to score projections at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
After Keys to Victory.
Yeah.
But first, let's go ahead and dive in. But before we do that, we have to give a quick shout out to Titans defensive lineman, Jeffrey Simmons.
Absolutely.
Being named the Titans nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Also, a quick shout out to Jay Murphy. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he will be back this coming week. He had some things come up, so on Monday.
And y'all might see a different setup to the show.
Yeah, we're gonna try some. We got some new things coming y'all's way for sure.
But let's dive back. Can the Titans declaw the Jacksonville Jaguars in an AFC South divisional showdown presented by SeatGeek and Expedia? Starting off with the stats for the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, 18 of 37, 212, and 2 touchdowns last week. And he was sacked twice. Tony Pollard, another quote-unquote abysmal day 8 carries for 35. Tajay Spears 1 for 3. Will Levis 2 for -3.
We've got to have a better game in our run. We got to have a better running game this time around. I mean, we have to.
NWI, you tell you what he said? Freckle around and find out.
Exactly.
3 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. Calvin Ridley 2 for 45. Tyler Boyd 3 for 37. Tony Pollard 4 for 33. Chigga Conquoy 3 for 27. Nick Vanette 1 for 6. Josh Wiley 1 for 3. J.C. Latham 1 for 0. Then the fumbles come out. Tony Pollard had 1 fumble that he lost. Juan Jackson, who needs to get out of there as a returner. He needs to. 1 fumble that he lost.
Bring in Mason.
Will Levis had 1 fumble, but he recovered. That was recovered.
Yeah.
Defensively, Darryl Worley. Where did this cat come from? 17 total tackles, 8 solo. This team altogether last week had 100 tackles, 49 solo, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Amani Hooker with the lone interception. And then you get to the return game. Julius Chestnut, 4 returns, 96 yards. Tajay Spears, 1 for 29. Jaquan Jackson, 1 for 13. And then on the punt side, Jaquan Jackson had 1 for 8. Good old Uncle Nick.
Yeah.
2 for 2. 2 for 2 on field goal. 44 with the long of 44. He was 1 for 1 on extra point. Ryan Stonehouse, 4 for 213 and a touchback. But then
get into the Jags. I rewatched this Jags game twice already.
As I like to call them, the Sagwires.
Right.
Because they are sagging terribly right now.
Yes.
Like a dirty diaper. Trevor Lawrence last week, 18 of 33, 169 and 2 touchdowns. Tank Bigsby 7 carries for 90. Travis Etienne, he had 11 for 50. Brian Thomas Jr. 1 for 13. Trevor Lawrence 3 for 5, and Dearness Johnson 2 for 0.
Yeah.
And just to remind everybody, Trevor Lawrence left this game thanks to a hit by Azeez.
Former Titan.
Which I don't want to get into that. There's
a lot of opinions on. Yeah, there's a lot of opinions on that.
That's what me as an Aggie. That's what I call bad bull.
Yeah.
In the receiving game, Brian Thomas Jr. 6 for 86 and a touchdown. Christian Kirk 7 for 61 and a touchdown. Brenton Strange 3 for 19. Travis Etienne 1 for 10. Luke Farrell had 1 target, did not catch it. Gabe Davis 1 for -2. Trevor Lawrence 0 receptions for -5. How do you have 0 receptions for negative yardage?
Yeah.
Then you get to the fumbles. Trevor Lawrence had 1 fumble. Daniel Thomas, their safety, had 1 recovered, and so did Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
The big dog for them, Ventrell Miller. I'm not sure I think he's a rookie out of Florida. He may be second-year man out of Florida. 11 total tackles for and then 8 solo, 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah.
Monteric Brown, the corner, 8 total, 5 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Roy Robertson Harris had 2 tackles, 2 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 sack.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Ledbetter, 1 tackle, 1 total tackle, 1 solo, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah.
And then you get to their kicking game. This guy they have back returning, Devin Duvernay. Very dangerous.
Yeah. Former Raven.
Yeah. He had a total between punt return and kick return, 5 returns for 63 yards. That's just over 12 yards return.
Yeah, yeah.
Cam Little, their kicker, 2 for 2. Long from 52. Extra point, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Logan Cook, their punter, 5 punts, 253. And that punt, one of those 5 punts was down inside of the 20.
Yeah.
So, Tyler, what are your thoughts on what you've seen on tape from Jacksonville?
So after watching that game twice, I watched the all 22 the first time, and then I watched just the condensed version the second time. I've noticed defensively they run a lot of stunts. They do a lot of stunt with their linebackers. There's a lot of flips and everything like that. And they're coming right in between. They're going to be trying to come right in between Sweat and Simmons. So they're going to be trying to come up the middle. I didn't see a ton of edge pressure.
Rush.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see a ton of it, but there was a little bit. But at the same time, I think this game could go one of two ways. I will kind of go ahead and put a little bit of this game on Levis. I think if he can stand in the pocket against this Jags defense, I truly think that if he doesn't run into sacks, I think we could win this game by maybe 14, 17 points. If he doesn't, it could be a way closer game. But then again, we talked about it with Josh before we played the Texans. It's a division game. It doesn't matter what the records are.
All bets are off. All bets are off.
All bets are off, exactly. That's why people are like, the Titans need to go in. The Titans are supposed to come in here and do this. Our records, we only got one more win than them. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, all records, all bets are off. Like, it's a division game. So it's gonna be just a nut cutter game. Like, that's what it's gonna be.
A nut cutter.
Yeah.
The spread in this game, Titans by 3.5.
Okay.
And that was as of 2 hours ago by NBC Sports.
And honestly, after the Texans games, I mean, I came out here straight up saying on the pod, I said, hey, look, here's the deal. After that Texans game, I was like, I think we take – I don't think we split with the Jags. I thought we beat them both times. What we did last week on that field, that was bad. Honestly, that was – I would put that up there close with the Detroit game even. Like, it was bad.
And I'm going to mention this. We have a curse of playing backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's literally we make backup quarterbacks look like MVP candidates.
Tom Brady,
Malik Willis. I mean, like
we make these backup quarterbacks.
Look at Malik Willis, what he did to us. Like, I mean,
yeah. So our counterpart is in here. Do you think Mac is better than Trevor? Absolutely not.
That's actually a tough question, Josh. And honestly, normally I would be like how Lee was, like whatever. But at the same time, if you look at his interception numbers, I watched it in the last game. I just watched it with the Jags playing the Texans. When I was watching it, I was on the phone with Lee, and I said, I had already forgotten while I was watching that we weren't going to see Lawrence this week. And I said, wait a second. We can get some picks. We can get some picks. And he throws a lot of picks. Actually, the past 3 years, and this stat is real, Trevor Lawrence led the league in not just picks, but turnovers in the past 3 seasons. Funny thing, in the top 5 of that list, 2 other names in the top 5 were Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. But I'm just saying, Trevor Lawrence led the list. So I don't think it matters, honestly.
So Joshua comes with another question. Is he better against the Titans than Trevor would be, though?
Honestly, I've seen Trevor against the Titans in the past, and I've also seen him throw 5 picks in a game when I was working for him. So, I mean,
it can't hurt.
It can't. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
so I think it's time to go to the fun part of the show that I know Tyler likes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that Joshua likes.
Yeah.
Here's a little whiteboard breakdown presented by SeatGeek. Okay, Titans fans, we are back for the second time in a row. So we're getting ready to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. So as far as we know, actually, for the season, Trevor Lawrence is out. He is out. He's having shoulder surgery, and he's also in concussion protocol. But the play that I want to look at is basically it's 12 personnel versus a nickel defense. What you can expect to get is a double team thrown sweat, man on Jeff, and then set that edge. What you could see with number 37, Amani Hooker, is you could see him slide in, which means Evan Ingram, number 17, the tight end for Jacksonville, would come set that edge. Number 1 would follow him right there, but you could have crash there, over the top, and then you would block, you would seal that backside. So just because they do run some type of play action, but this was a run by Travis Etienne against the Houston Texans. Okay, Titans fans, here is part 2 of this whiteboard week for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What I have the Titans lining up in is 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight, 3 wide. What you get with this, I'm going to start off saying this. I have Chig going in motion. You would block there. As I said, and there's another double team. And then man. And with that, Chig going in motion, number 5 would roll down. Number 20 would roll back to 1 high. So they would stay 1 high. And then I would run play action out of this. So you would go play action and then into a bench route, which number 5 would crash over on that. And you could go one of two ways with NWY and Chig. You could get that post over the top and then a corner. And then over here, you would have an out. And then that hitch by Calvin Ridley. And this play could be something you see out of the Titans on Sunday as they host division rival Jacksonville.
Yeah, that second play, like I said, that's going to be interesting to see. Like when you said that 5 crashing down, if he does, it could open up a quick out right to NWI as well.
Yeah. But we are heading into top 5 games around the NFL in week 14. And it's hard to believe that we are this late in the season already.
I know we got a lot of teams on bye this week, including a lot of – and me and Lee, just so everyone knows, we actually are playing each other in fantasy this week. I am projected to beat him, but who knows? He's got Henry, and Henry is out, and I've got Lamar, and Lamar is out, so who knows what's going to happen.
Well, the weird coincidence is I've got NWI.
Yeah, he picked NWI up this week. By the way, it's a 8-team league. So like there's a lot of there's a lot of players available. I think I got to start Baker this week.
And NWI scored 21 points last week in fantasy. 21.
Yeah.
Could he put up another 20 burger this week or 20 plus burger this week?
Yeah.
Top 5 games around the NFL in week 14 presented by SeatGeek. First game, which is going on at this moment of this show, Detroit at Green Bay, which Detroit, last time I looked, is up 7-0 on. Is up 7-0 on Green Bay. And I'm looking to see if that score has changed. Tyler,
did it change? I was actually going to try to look.
It's just in here refreshing, but I'll go ahead and go to number 2. The Jets at the Dolphins.
Are the Jets eliminated if they lose this game? I don't know why.
I would say so.
I thought they may have already been, but I thought, I don't know. I guess I looked at it wrong, but yeah, I think Miami takes this game.
Joshua said, I started NWI.
That's in our, I think, and Josh, Josh, I think that's in our league too, in the Dynasty, or my other league with Josh, the Dynasty League.
And he said, NFC North games always feel like classic football.
And that is so true. It's so true. They really, really do. They really do.
My number 3 game is Titans hosting the Jaguars.
Hashtag toilet bowl.
Seattle at Arizona.
I think that's the only game. Is this the only game this week that when we were picking games, because me and Lee have a pick on, was this the only game that we kind of like went over to where it was kind of, we were kind of torn? I think I picked Arizona. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
After I figure out what is wrong with the Wi-Fi on my phone, he said it's in.
Multiple leagues. Yeah.
But the final game.
This is the one that I
Seattle 32-28.
Okay, I could see the Chargers slipping up here and beating Kansas City. But the only thing is they don't have JK. They don't have
on IR.
Yeah. And I'm wondering to see if they get Pachenko a little bit more involved with him coming back from IR and everything. Because what's crazy, we talked about it. Kansas City literally has I saw some, I don't know if they set a record or something for like the most one score wins in a season or something like that. Something weird like that. And I think the one scores have been 2 to 3 points or something weird like that.
Packers are still down 7-0.
I just saw that.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Josh Jacobs off the right tackle, the Green Bay 24 for 7-yard pickup.
I know. I'm surprised I can't hear my girl screaming right now. She is a big Packer fan.
Go Pack, go!
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised I haven't heard that yet.
So yeah, And then let's just go ahead. He said, I'm tired of Casey escaping
Go Chargers
every
100.
week. Go
Hey,
Chargers.
Hey, Josh, well, maybe if the referees will take their KC uniforms off, they might not escape.
So I picked in that game, I picked Arizona.
Yeah, I did too.
I think it was the Bear game, the Bears and Niners game.
Yeah.
I think where I think we deferred.
Yeah.
But we both picked the Titans to win this week.
Yeah.
But keys to victory presented by SeatGeek. I got a little wordplay with this one. Attack Mac.
You know, Josh was asking earlier actually about this. Mac Jones has beat the Titans before.
In New England, though.
But he's and honestly, their team wasn't much better than the Jags at that point. So I mean, I think he was just throwing in a little fun right there. But yeah, I mean, Mac Jones has beat the Titans before.
I'm gonna pull out a quote from his former head coach. Do your job.
Yeah. I feel like we have that a lot, like every week, because it's true. You know, the defense has got to get back on the train this week. I don't know what happened. They got. I mean, our interior last week just got what? What?
Kyler is 0-2 since.
Oh man, I hate Josh couldn't be in here with us tonight. Gosh, I miss that guy.
Mac was butt in New England,
and he still beat us, and that's still what I'm saying. And we're the Titans, and this year has been up and down, so we'll see. But what's number 3, man?
And the final thing for me, score touchdowns, not field goals.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's every week. I'm sick of seeing that too. Like we've got to, and honestly, if it's 4th and like 6 and we're on like the 35, where we're at this year, just go for it. I'm serious. Like just go for it. I mean, we're not making the playoffs, so just go for it.
Callie, if you can hear me, on first down and we're up, punt.
Well, I don't know. Not if our defense plays like it did last week, because it was straight up ass last week. It was awful.
Booty chicks. Booty.
Yeah, it was awful. Like it was. I mean, Brian Robinson looked like. I mean, the MVP. Yeah, it just
Saquon. He looked like Saquon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he looked like he was having a career year last week.
Jay Murph, I know you're still in here. I want to see your score prediction for this game. Who wins?
So,
punt it out of bounds.
Punt it out of bounds. Literally. Oh, you know what? And he's not here, so I'll do it. Fire Colt Anderson. You keep leaving Josh out in the cold, and it's really cold tonight. He actually probably is not here right now because he's probably there right now at the Titans facility.
He's probably got hypothermia.
He's probably got hypothermia, and he's probably out there sitting in his tent, and he's like, all of his friends, we're leaving him out in the cold. So we've got to change something here, guys. Colt Anderson's got to go. I say it every week. Josh says it every week. Lee says it every week. He's got to go. So I'm done. It's ridiculous. Mic drop.
Jay Murph. I don't know if you've looked at the spread. The Titans are favored by 3.5. But I'm not going to argue. Jags 17-14.
Okay. I'm going to go Jags. I'm going to reverse the Jags versus Texans score and go Jags 23, Titans 20. But I think we lose this game.
I think it's a blowout.
Wow. In what way?
I'm going to say this. I think for the 4th time this year, we scored 20 plus.
Oh, okay. So you're going okay. So what we got?
35-10.
Whew. Okay. How many? Okay, with that score, how many turnovers do you think this Titans defense is going to accumulate? Because you go
At least 3.
At least 3. Okay, so I'm going to write that down somewhere and remember that because we don't score 35 points unless our defense gets turnovers. I'll tell you that right now. And I mean, like, honestly, we need a pick
2
6.
interceptions. And one of those being a pick 6, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. A fumble in the red zone.
Okay. Whew, man, that is, I can honestly say, Lee, that is your boldest prediction of the year. That is. Please put it up because you can't do it. I got to see it because I already know it's going to be gold.
The comment says, I caught a freaking cold. No, need more bodies for the heat. He says it's a blowout. It's going to be a blowout that Callie is going to crap himself.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, like with the first comment Josh said, I'm sick. We like to have Josh on this pod. He is a great addition to this pod. And yes. I don't want him to die of just freezing to death. So we need to go help him. Build him a fire. Do something.
35-10?
Exactly. I thought the same thing, Lee.
And then
this is the delusional. Exactly. We're losing all credibility with your prediction. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, what if it happens? What if it happens?
You did.
What if Pollard goes for $130?
The Titans defense is going to have 3 to 4 turnovers and probably a blocked punt for us to score 35 points.
I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is
I'm gonna say this. Even if we score 20 plus.
Yeah, for sure.
For the 4th time this year. Since Miami, what is the last time the Titans scored 30? Oh, you better pay up.
And he is a man of his word. He really will.
Let me go look at the Titans schedule real quick. So since Miami, the last time we scored 30 plus was against Houston. That's the most recent. 32-27.
When, as in this year?
Yes.
Yeah. Outside of that, though,
the last time we scored 20 plus, this was before the Houston game.
Yeah.
New England, 20-17.
Okay.
We beat Miami 31-12.
Yeah.
So we have scored 30 points plus 1. Actually, let's say 20 plus. 1, 2, 3. If we score 20 plus, this will be 4.
Yeah.
Every time we've done that, we've been undefeated.
Yeah. For sure.
But we gotta close up shop because TK gotta go.
Yeah, we got a little quick one up for you guys tonight, man. Got to be up super early in the morning, so.
Yeah. Well, Giants fans, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Stay classy and tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten up! Let's get tightened up! Tightened up!